Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic of ours is active and passive voice. Now, what is an active voice? Active voice means the verbs are written in which the subject is performing the action. For example, Teja has painted the door. What is the subject in here? Teja is the subject. Now it says the subject should perform the action. That means Teja should perform some action. Now what action is Teja performing? Has painted the door. Painting is the action that Teja is performing. So that is called an active voice. What is a passive voice? Verbs are written with subject receiving the action. That means in the first sentence, Teja is the subject. Now when you write that in passive form, Teja should receive that action. What is the action? Painting. Now Teja should receive the painting action. Look at the example. The door has been painted by Teja. You got it? Guys, an important point to note that intransitive verbs cannot be converted into passive voice. Oh, what are intransitive verbs? The verbs which does not have an object. And what are transitive verbs? It's quite opposite, which has an object or which has a meaning or which has a phrase. Here are the examples for transitive and intransitive verbs. This is necessary because you should know what is a transitive and intransitive sentence when you convert a sentence from passive to active. Now, active to passive. Here, the examples of transitive verbs are I admire your college. We need to maintain product quality. I couldn't face him today. She loves her dog. Here the verbs admire, maintain, face, loves are called transitive verbs. Look at the intransitive examples. The baby was crying. I work for a large firm in Paris. We talked for hours. She slept at 10 p.m. The words cry, work, talk, sleep are called intransitive verbs. Such verbs cannot be converted into passive voice. Let's learn how to convert an active voice sentence into a passive voice sentence. First thing, to convert an active voice sentence into a passive voice sentence is that you should be able to determine in what tense the active voice sentence is in. For example, is this visible? I guess yes. If a sentence is given in simple present tense, if the question, that means the active voice sentence is given in simple present tense, then the unique rule or the formula to convert it into passive voice is am or is or are plus V3. V3 is nothing but the past participle form of the verb. Now am or is or are is called, I told you already, they are called auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. Next, if a sentence is given, that means the active voice sentence is given in present continuous tense, then the formula will be helping verb plus being plus V3 form of the verb. If it is given in perfect present tense, then the formula will be have or has plus been plus V3. This have or has or is or am or are nothing but auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. Now, if the active voice sentence is given in simple past tense, then the rule or the formula to convert it into passive voice will be was or were plus V3 form of the verb. If the sentence is given in past continuous tense, then was or were plus being plus V3 form of the verb. Now you should remember was is for singular and were is for plural. If the sentence is given in past perfect tense, then it should be had plus been plus V3 form. V3 is the past participle form of the verb. Next, if the sentence is given in simple future tense, then the rule to convert it into passive voice will be shall or will plus be plus V3 form. If you want to convert it from future perfect tense, then the formula will be shall or will plus have plus been plus V3. Guys, if you don't know to determine the active voice sentence, that whether it is simple past or simple present or whatever, if you don't know that, then that means you should right away learn your tenses very well, because tenses are very helpful in active and passive voice. I've also uploaded a video on that, so I want you to head over right now and learn that. I'll give you a few examples regarding the conversion from simple present or whatever to the passive voice. What are the examples for converting an active voice sentence into a passive voice? Now see the first one. The sentence, the Lalita does homework, is in simple present tense. If you know the tenses well, then you can be able to determine in what tense the sentence is in. Now what is the formula for converting simple present tense into a passive voice? What did I tell? Am or is plus are plus V3 form. I told you, right? So using that formula, the passive voice sentence will be homework is done by Lalita. From is or am or are, we are taking is, and from the V3 form, the V3 form of does is done and the object is the same. To convert the sentence from present continuous to passive, the example for that is they are eating bananas. Now here, what did I tell you the formula will be? Helping verb plus being plus V3. So, bananas are being eaten by them. The next example is the sentence is given in present perfect tense, that is Teja has painted the door. Now the formula will be have or has plus been plus V3 form of the verb. So the door has been painted by Teja. Have or has, have is used for plural and has is for singular. So has is taken. And as I said, been should be used, and V3 form of paint is painted. I mean, painted is only given and it will be the same in V3 form too. The next example to convert a simple past sentence to passive voice will be we saw many animals in the zoo. The formula is was or were plus V3. So the sentence will be many animals were seen by us in the zoo. Each of these passive voice sentence obeys the rules or formulas I've told you previously. Now, past continuous. The sentence is in past continuous. Suresh was playing cricket. Then the passive voice of that will be cricket was being played by Suresh. Because the formula to convert active voice past continuous sentence into passive voice will be was or were plus being plus V3. Next, the past perfect sentence here is I had bought 3 books. The formula is, as I said, had plus been plus V3. So 3 books had been bought by me. Now the simple future. I shall watch a movie. The formula will be shall or will plus be plus V3 form. So the sentence is a movie will be watched by me. It can also be shall. A movie shall be watched by me is also right. Next, future perfect sentence is you will have built a house by the end of next year. The formula is shall or will plus have plus been plus V3. Okay. Now, the tenses sentence you can determine if you know the tenses well. But there are other cases too. Like, you have to determine the sentence if that sentence is the intention of future or if the sentence is imperative, or if the sentence is interrogative, or if the sentence given has some modal verbs. In such cases, the formulas are here. For example, look at this. The intention of future. The formula, when the intention of future is given, the formula you should use is going to be plus V3. Okay, the example is he is going to post this letter. So using is going to be plus V3 form, the answer should be this letter is going to be posted by me. Right? If the sentence is imperative, that means, for example, close the door. It's imperative sentence. Then the formula should be let and the rest of the sentence. And at the end, you should use be. Like I said, these dots indicate the rest of the sentence. Be plus V3. See, close the door. Let is from here. The door is the dots, the space I left. Be plus V3. Close, the V3 form of close is closed. So if the sentence is an imperative form, then remember you should use let. Now, interrogative sentence when it is a WH type question. For example, why have you eaten it? Then the passive voice should be, as I said in the beginning, the passive voice is the subject receiving the action. So, why has it been eaten by you? Okay? And also remember that every passive voice sentence, every passive voice sentence should have a V3 form compulsory. Okay? And the next one, interrogative sentence in yes or no type of questions. Like, for example, did you paint the door? Then the subject receiving the action sentence will be, was the door painted by you? Okay? Then, when there are modal verbs in the sentence, for modal verbs in the sense, should, must, ought to, or can. Look at the example, look at the formula first. If there are modal verbs, then the formula to convert it to passive voice will be should, would, must, or ought to, or can. That means the modal verbs plus be, be plus V3 form. The example is, we can lock the gate. Then the passive voice sentence is, the gate can be locked by us. Have a look at these. So here are your homework questions. And if you have any doubts regarding the concept, then you can comment your doubts. And also, I want you to complete the homework questions and answer them in the comments. And yeah, if you thoroughly learn how to change a sentence from active to passive voice, then you can easily change a sentence from passive to active. Learn the active to passive conversion very properly so that you can convert from passive to active. And yeah, thanks for watching and do like and subscribe. Bye.